All right, Coach, you guys had the lead going into the half. What do you think changed in the second half?
We let up. We let up. And they put their foot on the gas. Right? They became who they are identity-wise in that second half. And we weren't. Right? Second in pace, they pushed it up the floor. We talk about first 3 steps, sprinting back, containing the ball so our defense can get set. And we didn't, or at least not enough. So I have to regroup and watch the film, get back to it.
I think you guys had maybe 24 turnovers or something like that. Was that a topic of discussion after?
Always, for sure. We got to be strong with the ball, right? We had the size advantage. They had the hunger advantage. And we got to change that.
So the game was played at a really, really fast pace. Both teams took over 100 field goal attempts. How do you balance playing at that kind of pace with staying under control at the same time?
Execution. All right, execution. You can play with that pace and still execute. And that's going to be our challenge, right? We want to play fast, get it up the court, force teams to have to defend our pace, but we got to execute our offense.
Is there a benefit, do you find, or enjoy the fact that you're taking them on 2 days later to get kind of redemption and work on those things?
Of course, right? They came in and they handled business, and now it's our turn. We got to go watch the film, see what we can do better, and hopefully we can execute a little bit better and defend a little bit better.
Jacoby had 20 and 21 minutes. I know he hasn't played in a little while. How did you think he looked in the game here tonight?
Kobe looked good. He was aggressive, challenged him a little bit defensively in that second quarter especially. He was much better defensively. But he was good. Kobe was good. Good to have him back.
One area you had the advantage was on the offensive glass, especially in the first half. You guys finished with 21 total offensive rebounds. How did you like the effort in that area?
It's pretty good in the first half. Pretty good in the first half. Second half, execution was down. Ball movement and body movement was low. And so it was harder to rebound in those moments.
I was wondering, how valuable is it to have Justin Ceres in your coaching staff?
He's great. Great. A lot of experience. He's our defensive coordinator. Does a great job with our guys. It's really good having him on staff.
Is it important for you in the development of Ulrich to have someone to speak French to him?
Of course, big time advantage. At times things can move very, very quickly. So having that level of comfort language-wise is pretty good.
What did you think of Ulrich tonight? 4 blocks again. He just contests everything. What did you see from the big guy?
Energy and effort's there, right? Obviously, there's a lot of teaching and development that has to take place, but the tools are there. So we're really happy with how hard he's playing, rebounding the ball well, blocking shots. Offensively, he's a work in progress, but we'll get him there. He's already much better than he was.
2 questions left.
Just wondering, in terms of the free throws, it was pretty imbalanced, favoring the Nets for the most part of the game there. What does that tell you about how the game went in terms of the free throws attempts?
I had to touch the paint a little more. I thought we settled a few possessions. We play with force downhill at the paint, we get those calls. All right, you don't, you won't. So it's just a matter of who's playing downhill more physically.
I know you'd rather be talking about a win right now, but I don't think I've ever seen the entire Raptors player roster as well as coaching staff at a 9:05 game. What did that mean to you?
It meant everything. And those guys support us, even when they're away, right? We hear from them, they call us, they text us, they support us. So tonight was just their physical presence, but they're always supporting us.
It's 9:05 debut for you tonight. I know it didn't end the way you'd hoped, but a lot of people in the building, a lot of energy. Can you just take us through what worked so well maybe in the first half?
It was a great atmosphere, first off. Great fans. We loved that the people came out. We didn't get the result we wanted, but it was just, we played tough the first half. I just think we lost it a bit in the third quarter, but I think there's still more to come with this team for sure.
Yeah, can you take us through that? Like, it felt like there was a big change between the first half and the second half. What did you feel in the game?
It just came out a little flat at halftime. We know we got to change that, and we're going to be ready to go for next game.
What did you like from the team that you liked as he brought into the next game?
Just the camaraderie and just guys lifting each other up and just each person pushing each other just to go harder and go tougher. So that's the biggest outtake that I took for sure. And then just wanting to compete and knowing that we hit a slump, but wanting to compete and still finish out the game strong.
How did it just feel to be playing back in the country of Canada?
It feels different, man. I ain't gonna lie. I woke up this morning and I'm like, I'm still here. I'm like, whoa. I haven't been around for a while like this, so it's a bit different. But my family's here, my friends are here, so it feels great.
Were they in the crowd tonight?
No, they definitely were. Yeah, they're here.
What was it like for them that moment? Because I know a lot of times you're not able to have friends and family around you when you're playing.
I just kind of felt like if I had to play the Raptors, it just kind of felt like that. But now it's kind of like after the game, I could go home, I can go eat the home meal and spend some time with them. So it's definitely different, but I know they love every moment of it.
Can you take us through how the opportunity became available?
Behind the scenes, it just worked out perfectly. Something I prayed for. I've always wanted to play in Toronto. It means a lot to me, and it took in my family at a very young age. So just playing back home for this country is a beautiful thing, and I know my family is really enjoying the moment.
You guys had the first half was strong. What did you think happened in the second half?
I think we just got stagnant on offense and then started to let them get to their strengths, which was running out and getting in transition. I think we didn't do a good job of getting back in the second half, but we also had good points of, pushing our own pace. So I think we just needed to get back and, have better transition defense.
What are some of the bigger differences you've noticed from playing in the NBA to now coming down here? It's a pretty fast game, so was it comparable in some way, or what were the differences you saw?
I think down here, especially with that team, was a lot faster than playing in the NBA. I think those guys wanted to just get out and try to score as much as possible, and the switching 1 through 5 kind of messed us up a little bit. So I think it was just a different look. Some things that you'll see from the Brooklyn Nets team, that switching 1 through 5 kind of got to us though.
As a lead ball handler, was it like controlling the game while playing at that kind of pace?
It's a little harder. It's a lot of things that get thrown at you. Everybody's trying to score in the first 7 seconds, and I think that's a lot. And I think that us being who we are and a defensive team, and we're trying to play defense full court and this and that. I think they did a great job of getting us out of our rhythm and just pushing the ball.
In terms of the way the game unfolded, offensive rebounds in general, really strong in the first half and even the second half as well. Do you take some positives from this, knowing you play the same team again in a couple of days, or do you mostly rinse this one and start fresh?
Of course, you take some positives. You take the good with the bad with the good, and you just try to learn. And I think we were really close for a while, and I think we let it get away. But I think we could do a lot better, especially the next time we play them.
905 were dominant in most statistical categories, especially in the first half. One thing, though, that they had, the Nets, was the free throw shooting in terms of success and also just being at the line. Where do you think that, why was there such a big difference there tonight?
I think we were just overly physical. We're a little young, and, we're still all learning. And I think just us being overly physical, not knowing when to get our hands off and whatnot, I think that allowed them to get to the free throw line a lot easier.
For you personally, what do you take from coming down to the G League?
Just trying to do our principles and try to do what, Coach Darko preaches and Coach Drew preaches, which is almost the same thing, which is just, play defense hard, ball pressure, and try to push the pace.
You said Coach Darko, the entire suite had all of your Raptors coaches, and then you look courtside, all of your Raptors teammates were there. What was it like for you to see the support?
It was pretty cool. They said they were coming yesterday, but I didn't believe them. So it was pretty cool, but, I wish we could have got the win for them, but that support is awesome. That just goes to show those guys' character.
You were credited with 13 assists over the course of the game. How do you feel like your chemistry is developing with your new teammates here at the 905?
I do have new teammates here, but I also had Jamison Jacoby, and then I played with Orridge during the summer league. And I think that helped me tremendously. We started the game off with 2 back-to-back threes from Jacoby, me finding him. And I think our chemistry has been growing a lot. Even though he's been injured, I think he's been doing a good job of trying to get himself back and ready to play. So the chemistry will go as much as we play.